results are in. After the trends, the official results, Mahayuti has crossed the 100 mark in BMC election. Uddhav Thackeray is set to lose the last bastion of the Thackerays in Maharashtra. The reunion of the Pawars also fails to bring in any impact. In Pune, Mahayuti is set to breach the last fortress that the Thackerays had, which is the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, and it is quite clear at this point the Mahayuti is at 102, the Aghadi at 63 and others at 9. 174 out of a total 227 results are out.
And indeed, this is a 30-year-old stronghold of the Thackerays, their financial lifeline, and it's very intertwined with their politics, their identity and the finances of Uddhav Thackeray, and that is set to end with BJP set to install their mayor in BMC. So it's going to be a watershed day for not just Mumbai politics but also for Maharashtra politics. Our colleagues are on ground. Saurabh Gupta joining us live from Matoshri, where some deliberation ought to happen as to now what lies ahead for the Thackeray brothers. For Uddhav Thackeray, this was a test of his survival, litmus test for his politics. Which way is it likely to be from here on, Saurabh?
Well, clearly a turning point in politics in Mumbai, and given the fact that this is a result that the BJP was very confident of, this seems to be one of the things that has played out as per script, and that's something that the BJP would be happy about. Now, where does this leave the Thackerays? This was a specific question that we put to Sanjay Raut at the NDTV Power Play Conclave, and to that the response was, well, it doesn't hamper the relevance of the Thackerays. The Shiv Sena has lost many elections, so has the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, but they've continued to remain relevant. But that question is likely to be asked again, given these results and what we've reported in the past also, that perhaps a good showing or even a victory or even a good showing would have given the Thackerays the political heft, the political space to take on the BJP. Now, if you look at the anti-BJP camp in Maharashtra, these results say one thing. What is the future of the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi, Mahavikas Aghadi, the alliance of the Congress, Shiv Sena and the NCP, given that in municipal elections, all these partners have done very poorly. Secondly, where does it leave the anti-BJP forces? Are they going to come together? Are they going to fight separately?
Okay.
And thirdly, is the lack of alliance again going to be another reminder to the opposition camp of how important it is to stitch pre-poll alliances, something the BJP did.
And you see
they didn't want an alliance
of finger
earlier.
Pointing, you can bet your last buck. Already the knives are out in some quarters, where people are blaming the Congress party. Remember, Uddhav Thackeray in the lead up to these elections had said, I didn't even know that the Congress had decided to go its separate way. I got to know from the newspaper interviews and the newspaper reports that the Congress was going to contest independent of the rest of MVA, that it was going to tie up with the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi. But what are the trends right now? Let's cut across to Ankit Tyagi on that. 29 different corporations. You've got a total of 2,869 Nagar Sevaks. In that, the BJP is ahead in 869. The Shiv Sena at 216. The UBT in about 92. Sharad Pawar's party in 16. And Ajit Pawar's party in 100. That's the breakup of the numbers across Maharashtra. So the BJP in a clear lead, and also they're contesting maximum number of seats, in a clear lead, not just in Mumbai, Ankit, but across Maharashtra.
That's right, and that firmly puts the BJP as the party number one in Maharashtra and Devendra Fadnavis as the top leader in the state. And, this is going to propel the next gen big leaders for the BJP as well. He now stands in the league of Yogi Adityanath, Hemanta Biswa Sarma, and with this lead, he consolidates that sense of power that Devendra Fadnavis as the leader, that Maharashtra pan leader of Maharashtra, acceptable in the entire state. It is interesting. It's just, though in Mumbai we are focusing on the Thackerays, but of course the other dynasty, the Pawars, who came and tried to in fact pitch together an alliance in Pune, Pimpri Prichinchwar. That seems to be their stronghold in both those areas. It's the BJP which is leading, and that will have a very, very serious impact as far as the future of this alliance and Ajit Pawar's stocks are also concerned. If he's not been able to save his own turf as well, I was reading a lot of people already started saying, you call yourself Dada of Pune, what kind of Dada you are if you are not able to save your own turf. And that goes without saying for the Thakres as well. The name and the heft that ruled Mumbai city for the last 25 years, though with, of course, the BJP. Never even in the peak of the power, Thakres ever crossed 184, 90 was their best, performance. They always needed the BJP. Now that role for the BJP is being done by Eknath Shinde. His capital would also be slightly diminished in his son's area, Shrikant Shinde's area. That's also where the BJP in the municipal corporation is leading. So overall, if you look at it, the BJP firmly establishes itself as the dominating force, which was at one point of time, many moons ago, was the Congress party. Let me very quickly show you also here the BJP office, even despite them crossing the 100 mark, the alliance crossing the 100 mark, there is still, not overt celebrations or a lot of karyakartas, those who have come here. It also tells you, though they are cruising at somewhere around
Cross the halfway mark just as yet. I think they are waiting for the magic figure of 114.
Yes.
Right now it's 106, just a hair's breadth away. Ankit.
Absolutely. And for the BJP, they come as the single largest party. But these trends also tell you, Padmaja, one thing for sure, that the upper limit that most of the exit polls, which were giving, some close to 150, that seems to be unlikely. While the Thakres will have a very diminished value, but they have got enough as the divided Shiv Sena, because the undivided Shiv Sena could get 84, that they can still hope that they would live to fight another day. But I think the challenge for the Thakre brothers is going to be, with
60.
whatever numbers you get.
For Uddhav Thackeray right now, that number is at 60, and for MNS, that number is at 5. So yes, you're right, they live to fight another day, probably go back to the drawing board and see how they want to reassess. But big picture, you are at the BJP office and there are 29 municipal corporation elections.
How do they keep their
BMC.
corporators with them? That is going to be a big challenge for them, no matter what numbers they get, if they don't stay in power. Next 3 years, there is not going to be any election if they are not in power. Whether these corporators are going to stay with them is going to be a big question.
$1 million. I think Ankit has hit the nail on the head, because you're out of power at the center, out of power in Maharashtra, and the last thing that was really a source of some kind of funding for the Shiv Sena, for the Shakha Pramukhs, it's gone. The business of Mumbai used to run from the Shakhas, and now is when, Ankit, there is going to be some very real movement possible from within the ranks of Uddhav Thackeray's party as well as Raj Thackeray. To be fair, Raj Thackeray, most of his people were poached by Uddhav Thackeray only in 2017. 6 out of 7 guys went to Uddhav Thackeray's party. Now it's wholesale. Operation चलेगा, पता नहीं Operation Kamal होगा, Operation तीर होगा, भगवान जाने, but Operation तो चल सकता है, अंकित.
Absolutely, there is nothing that holds them together now. What is, for the Thackeray brothers, of course, there is ideology. If ideology was that strong, if Thackeray name held that weight, Eknath Shinde would not have seen the light of the day that he did, whether it's the assembly election or even right now. He's the one who's taking away whatever, chipping away the vote of the Marathi Manus. If that would have stuck with them more than 60-70%, they still would have had some heft. That now slipping out of their hands, it will be a difficult task. They may celebrate today that they still have been able to get some numbers. Will these numbers hold in the next 3 years? That is going to be a big challenge for them.
Curious news, Abhishek Awasthi is at Shiv Sena Bhavan. Is it true? Apparently we are told that Shiv Sena Bhavan there are celebrations of Uddhav Thackeray's party and the MNS, which I would love to go across to Abhishek and figure out exactly what they are celebrating, because to bring our viewers up to speed, right now the MNS is at 5. Last time there were 7, they are down to 5 right now. Uddhav Thackeray's party is at 60, down from 84 last time around. So if the celebrations are happening, one would love to know what the celebrations are about. Perhaps it is about the other areas where they think they have done relatively better, places like, they've got in Kalyan Dombivli, Shiv Sena UBT has got 2. MNS has also managed to get 2 wins over there. In Mira Bhayandar, Shiv Sena has managed to win 1. Vasai Virar, they have managed to win 2. So maybe it is these other areas which they are trying to celebrate. But one thing is for sure, if you're looking at these current results and the trends, this coming together of the Thakres is anything but a force multiplier. If anything, Ankit, there was a very real repulsion factor that Raj Thakre brought to this particular alliance.
Yes.
The UBT's voters, you know, who were like, some maybe Muslims may have voted for them, they started looking for options in the MIM, in the Congress and in the Samajwadi Party.
You know, I think the counter consolidation has been absolute. I mean, it's not that the numbers that we were seeing, whether it's the South Indian or the North Indians, of course, have been expected to go with the BJP, but massive counter consolidation on the other hand, and not being able to get the large chunk, the lion's share of the Marathi vote, more than 70%, that is doing them in. You know, I think the celebration is possibly they were expecting that in the onslaught that they have been facing, the results could have been much below. If 60 is what Uddhav Thackeray gets, there is still a respectability to that. What happens tomorrow, whether they are able to hold on to their cooperatives, is a different question. But at least in their core area, Dadar and in the areas around that, they will be able to at least, say that they have been able to manage to hold on to their vote bank. Not being in power, of course, is going to be a big pain point for the Thackeray brothers. But you're right, it doesn't seem that, Raj Thackeray coming in added much to Uddhav Thackeray's chances. It rather, in many places where they would have got some other communities, it has taken that sheen away from them. Like I've been saying, they would have been in some sort of a play if their numbers would have gone over 75, somewhere near to 80. But in that not happening, it is going to be a very, very difficult battle ahead, despite them still having that emotional connect with the core Marathi Manus vote in their core areas. Where does the Uddhav Sena go from here is going to be a big question.
All right, let's quickly bring in our guests as well. Mayur Parikh, political commentator, joins us along with Shiv Sena's Krishna Hegde, and we also have Aniket Nigam, a spokesperson of the BJP, joining us live now. I want to quickly bring in some picture, Gauri, from some of the other areas. Jalgaon, Mahayuti is ahead. In Akola, you've got the Mahayuti ahead in about 45 seats. In Jalgaon as well, 40 plus seats. That's where the Mahayuti has a lead. In Akola, it is 43. In Jalgaon, it is 45. And why this should be explained, and if Mayur Parikh can explain, throw more light on that. Isn't Akola the place which is supposed to be a stronghold of the VBA? That is what they were supposed to be getting to their alliance with the Congress party. But in some of the other areas as well, we are now seeing the Mahayuti very decisively ahead.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be coming down to Akola, but I've got one very interesting detail about BMC elections. You know, in BMC election 2017, there were 35 wards where it was clearly identified that MNS helped BJP to win against Shiv Sena. In other words, Shiv Sena was defeated because of MNS votes. And that what was the analysis led Shiv Sena UBT to do an alliance with MNS in this 2026 BMC election. But now what interesting figure I can see here in ward number 19, 1919, where BJP was defeated by Shiv Sena in previous elections by around 2000 votes, and in that election MNS got 4000 votes. Combined MNS and UBT vote didn't help Shiv Sena to win. The BJP has won the election. So vote transfer didn't take place. And I have just got only data of this ward because more election results are yet to come. Another important data which I am receiving here, that is from ward number 1, where you were talking about that Shinde Sena, Rekha Yadav, a North Indian is winning from ward number 1 of Shinde Sena. A very interesting fact here is that the vote division has taken place. The Sheetal Mhatre of Congress party got 5,000 votes and Forum Parmar from Shiv Sena UBT got 4,314 votes.
Yeah.
So now the picture from this two ward is very clear. MNS and UBT voters didn't come together, while moving away from the Congress resulted into the division of vote bank, which led to the defeat in the various wards, as what we can see now.
Okay.
Sheetal and Forum
And that
combined votes
pretty
are
much sums up the
9,000.
story of INDI.
Exactly.
आपस में लड़ो और बीच में BJP and Shiv Sena benefit.
Yes, yes.
You know what has happened in these wards, and you know we've been saying this right from the beginning, and I think it was best borne out to just take a tangential point. Meanwhile, the big news right now, of course, is that Mahayuti is extremely it's crossed the halfway mark.
Yes.
Mahayuti is at 119, so they've gone past the halfway mark.
They have.
The Thakre's reign, when people used to say that Mumbai means Thakre. Sanjay Raut says हम 10 मिनट में बंद करा देंगे.
Those days are behind them probably, and because this is 114 is the halfway mark, they have comfortably crossed it, and the Thakre's BMC fortress has now been penetrated by the Mahayuti.
You know, Gauri, I think this is a very important message being sent out by Mumbaikars. कोई मुंबई को बंद नहीं करा सकता, उसकी दुकान बंद मुंबईकर करा देंगे. If you think that you can take a voter for granted, that a person living in Mumbai should vote for you simply because he or she is Marathi speaking, that they are, you know, your captive vote bank. Muslims have done it earlier, and now even the Marathi Manus, as it were, and the Mumbaikar has sent out that message. किसी के बाप की नहीं है मुंबई.
Yes, exactly.
कोई नहीं
That's
बंद
what
करा
it is.
सकता
That's
मुंबई
what
को.
it- And you know the kind of sharp attacks that came in, you know, whether you take the lungi, pungi or the B word, which actually we can't even say on air because you know that's the kind of expletives that they were actually resorting to at the fag end of the campaigning. And just see days later, this is the response that has come in from the Mumbaikars, that please don't come up with these kind of sharp attacks, and this is what you resort the campaigning to. We are going to answer and give you the answer, which is that you are not coming back to power, that fortress has been completely breached.
So, are we going to see a BJP mayor? That is the million-dollar question. Everything is so goody-goody right now. Let's create some trouble between the Shiv Sena and BJP. Aniket Nigam, mayor किसका होगा? BJP का या Shiv
I
Sena
think you
का?
will have to wait for a day to know the answer. अभी तो हमें जो हम महायुति बनकर जीत रहे हैं, let us celebrate that success. But let me tell you, this is victory of a common man. देवेंद्र जी ने पूरे चुनाव में विकास का मुद्दे पर ही चुनाव लड़ा और विकास का मुद्दा ही पूरे महाराष्ट्र में चला भी है. और एक तरफ विकास था और दूसरी तरफ ठाकरे बंधुओं का मराठी अस्मिता का जो एक उन्होंने चलाने की कोशिश की, लेकिन मराठी मानुस ने ही वो मराठी अस्मिता का जो मुद्दा उन्होंने उठाया था उसको नाकारा है, क्योंकि मराठी मानुस भी विकास चाहता है और उन्हें पता है कि मुंबई और महाराष्ट्र में सही विकास अगर कोई लाएगा तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी और महायुति लाएगी. और इसी वजह से बिकॉज ऑफ दिस we have been voted in power.
Okay. Let's
Deepak
ask that
Kesarkar,
to
I think,
Shiv
is-
Sena also that question. Deepak Kesarkar. Exactly that. Yes. There will now be a BJP mayor in BMC.
Yes, and now Mumbai will progress in a new direction because it is a mandate for progress
No,
and
but
development.
there will be a BJP mayor, not a Shiv Sena mayor. There will be a BJP mayor. You think that's a good thing? You're happy with that?
We have Mahayuti, so the party which gets maximum councillors, they will choose their mayor. So basically, we are together. So it belongs to Mahayuti only. That is what we are.
But you're comfortable with that because अभी तक तो मराठी मानुस आपकी पार्टी है, मराठी मानुस की पार्टी, बाल ठाकरे की
हाँ,
लेगेसी की
लेकिन
पार्टी. पर अब
बीजेपी में भी
का
बहुत
मेयर
सारे
होगा.
मराठी ही है ना.
हाँ, मेयर मराठी ही होगा
That is
और
I am very
महायुति का
sure.
ही होगा.
महायुति का होगा और मराठी ही होगा.
तो खुश है ना सब कुछ.
महाराष्ट्र को
ऑल इज
मुक्ति
वेल,
मिल सकती है.
ऑल इज वेल इन दिस अलायंस. कुछ थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी सुगबुगाहट नहीं है, लिटिल बिट, इसको कहते हैं ना, थोड़ा सा धक धक हो जाता है कि अरे यार ये क्या चल रहा है.
नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. We are very comfortable and we are happy that we have won in Mumbai because a lot of development has taken place under the leadership of Fadnavis ji and Eknath Shinde ji. So people have voted for development.
सर आप बहुत कम कम बोल रहे हैं, थोड़ा खुल खुल के बोलिए ना. यू आर स्पीकिंग इन मोनोसिलेबल्स. आई वंडर व्हाई. I mean, your Mahayuti has won. You should be more vocal. You should be more voluble.
Yes,
थोड़ा
of
खुल
course,
के
of
बोलिए.
course. No. We are very happy that we are in power in Mumbai, and Mumbai will definitely progress.
Okay,
under
let's
the
bring in
leadership
Ankit
of
as well.
Mahajuti.
But before that, a quick word, because Mr. Kesarkar, you have been a former minister, you have worked very closely with Devendra Fadnavis. What do you make
Yes.
of this result, given the fact that this entire election, and this is why we must make a distinction between the election that we have seen for the assembly, where the BJP almost came into majority on its own. There you had the added factor, the Modi factor. But this was a Fadnavis election. He was the face
Yes.
of this entire campaign. What do you have to say
Yeah.
about the results vis-a-vis Devendra Fadnavis?
Out of 29 corporation, BJP has a majority in 26. That proves the leadership of Mr. Fadnavis.
So Fadnavis is the undisputed now leader of Maharashtra, and one can extrapolate as to how this is going to go for the political trajectory of Devendra Fadnavis going forward. He's 55 years of age. What happens in 2029 and beyond, we'll have that conversation later. Let's rope in Ankit also. He wants to come in.
Just listening to what the spokesperson of the Shiv Sena was saying. Of course, what happens to the real legacy of Bal Saheb Thackeray, who always wanted a Shiv Sena mayor, all those questions will be answered later. But one thing is very, very clear, that for the first time in 25 years, BJP is all set to have its mayor in Mumbai. There are no doubts about that. And not only does the opposition will have a lot of questions to face in the future, both the leaders or the components of the Mahajuti as well, whether it is Mr. Eknath Shinde or Mr. Ajit Pawar, both of them will have a very different real dynamic after these elections within the government as well. So the BJP firmly coming on its own as the most dominant party here in Maharashtra. One interesting thing that is coming out as well in these elections, whether the consolidation for the Congress party is coming in from Latur, it's coming in from a couple of other places, but I think this also, in a way, Padmaja and Gauri, propels this whole idea that people were flirting with. I think it's time. This is going to propel the factions of the NCP to try and come back together. There were all these murmurs that were being sounded off before this election. This is going to propel those as well. For them also, if the Pawar name has to carry that weight, possibly it will be them coming together. In factions, they have seen what happens to their stronghold as well, whether it's Pune or Pimpri Chinchwad.
It's interesting you mentioned the Pawars, because let me get in Krishna Hegde on this as well. Sharad Pawar was supposed to be the tallest, and is still considered the tallest Maratha leader, the biggest politician from Maharashtra, the biggest face. But even he at his peak could not get a state government and get control over the BMC. Devendra Fadnavis, Krishna Hegde, has managed to do that. An almost complete majority in the state, and now a sweep in the BMC, and the potential of making history by installing a BJP mayor in Mumbai.
No, absolutely. See, there on one side there is a development plank which the Mahayuti spoke about, and one side there was the alienation of different communities which the Thackeray brothers spoke about. Calling and antagonizing South Indians from stage, antagonizing Uttar Bharatiyas from stage, antagonizing Gujaratis from their stage, and then you expect that 70% of population in a cosmopolitan Mumbai, which is the city of dreams, will vote for you. I don't think so. And like the panelist said, Mr. Kesarkar ji also said,
Yes,
that we are all Maharashtrians, we are all Mumbaikars, and there is no difference between their Marathi and our Marathi.
Yes.
And the people of Maharashtra have reposed their faith in us not once but 2 and 3, and this is the 4th election. First in the Lok Sabha, then in the Vidhan Sabha, then in the local body elections, and now in the municipal corporation elections.
Okay.
This is the 4th victory under the Mahayuti. And I will tell you, both Devendra ji and Eknath Shinde ji, most two talented and most hard-working leaders, who have gone across the state each one doing around 50 to 70 meetings each, whereas the Thackeray brothers may have around 4 or 5.
You know, on that meeting, Krishna ji, hold your thought. On that meeting, let me now,
one month ago.
also get in. We are talking, of course, about Mahayuti and MVA, or not even MVA, the Thackeray brothers coming together. I have to also then point out the Congress as well. It went solo, and the numbers that are there right now, it's at 7. It was 31 last time. It is yet to cross and reach a double-digit mark. For such an important election, there was not a single rally, single road show done by the Congress party. Of course, you had Rahul Gandhi saying vote chori half an hour into the counting. But look at where this puts the Congress in. You know, in Maharashtra, you do whether at the state or whether at the local level, and also priority-wise, where does this fit into Congress's?
But it follows to pattern, no, Gauri? The same party which used to be in power in the state, we're not just talking about municipal level.
Yeah.
Congress was the only party that mattered in Maharashtra.
Yes.
Congress was the only party that mattered in Bihar.
Yeah.
And now they're on the margins.
Yes,
in
completely.
both of these states and more. Talk about Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, you were the only party that mattered at one point of time. And then post 70s, you're on the margins. And even a municipal corporation election, you cannot manage to get into double digits. Coincidence? They had 6 in Bihar.
Yes.
In this municipal election, they are at 7.
7.
We will wait and see where it settles over here. Aniket Nigam wanted to respond. Yes.
See, Devendra ji and Eknath ji both are visionary leaders. During this entire campaign, if you would see, they held so many road shows, so many rallies, so many public events. And on the contrary, the Thackeray brothers did interview with Sanjay Raut. मतलब ये एसी कमरे में बैठ करके संजय राउत और कोई एक सदस्य उनको जो प्री-प्रेड प्रश्न थे वो पूछते थे, उनका वो जवाब देते थे. मैं खुद चुनाव के समय में I had roamed around the city and I had seen even Marathi people were not really with Thackeray brand. They said कि ये 25 साल से they were ruling BMC, but they did nothing for this Marathi अस्मिता.
People who covered the Shiv Sena said that उनकी स्ट्रैटेजी अलग थी. वो जाके शाखा में 1-to-1 कनेक्ट कर रहे थे. वो बड़ी बड़ी रैली आपकी तरह नहीं कर रहे थे, क्योंकि आपके पास तो पैसा पावर है ना, पैसा वो उनके पास है नहीं. वो डोर टू डोर कर रहे थे.
नहीं कर पाए वो. एंड आप देख रहे हो ठाकरे भवन के बाहर, सेना भवन के बाहर लोग जो आनंद व्यक्त कर रहे हैं, आई थिंक दोज आर दे आर हैप्पी बिकॉज बीजेपी हैज फाइनली कम इन पावर एंड रियल प्रोग्रेस नाउ विल हैपन इन मुंबई. सो इवन दे आर वेरी हैप्पी अबाउट द प्रोग्रेस दैट दे आर गोइंग टू सी. सो द पॉइंट इज that people of Mumbai have voted for the vision and the Vikas philosophy and the strategy of BJP, because they really believe that BJP is the party that can really deliver on the ground. देवेंद्र जी जमीनी तौर से कार्यकर्ता से जुड़े हुए नेता है और वो खुद कहते हैं कि जो मैं करता हूँ वो मैं बोलता हूँ, जो मैं बिल्कुल करता हूँ तो वो बिल्कुल.
You know, a small data point that has been shared by these political parties, Gauri, because for this, since Aniket Nigam is talking about kaun kitna, how much they had put themselves out there, how many sabhas were done. So Devendra Fadnavis has done a total of 37 rallies across the state. Eknath Shinde did 54, which is 25 public meetings. This is their figures. Yeah. 25 public meetings and 29 road shows. Ajit Pawar did 25. Uddhav Thackeray did 3 joint meetings in Nashik, Thane and Mumbai. And Raj Thackeray also did 3 of these joint meetings, which happened in the slog over.
77. 37 rallies, road shows, then some road shows and then public interviews. So in total 77.
You're talking about BJP or the Mahayuti together?
BJP, Devendra ji.
Okay, so Devendra Fadnavis did a total of 77 according to Aniket Nigam. It was suggested that 37 total were done by then, but Deepak Kesarkar...
Must be big and small road shows and rallies, all of it put together. Yes.
Okay. Deepak Kesarkar, I want to bring you back in, because at one point when the changeover of power was happening and Devendra Fadnavis was again made Chief Minister, at that time you had gone on record to say ki Shiv Sena wants Eknath Shinde to be the CM, that he should continue as CM. Is there a little bit of unease that the growing footprint of a BJP in Maharashtra and in particular Mumbai starts to push your party to the margins?
It is not like this. It is, after all, alliance. It is a Mahayuti. So Eknath ji has taken a lot of efforts to see that Mahayuti wins, and irrespective of which party he campaigned for everybody. He campaigned for BJP as well as for Shiv Sena. So that combination of Fadnavis ji and Eknath Shinde ji is very unique. They are attached to each other, and they are really performing well, and they are taking all the efforts.
Okay, another big input that we must, get to our viewers. BJP takes a massive lead in Pune as well. It's leading in 52 wards, Gauri, and Pawars, who are fighting in this area together. That press conference, the joint press conference for a joint manifesto.
Yes.
7 wards for the United NCP, or rather, the NCP which fought
7.
together.
Yes.
7 wards for them, 52 wards for the BJP there.
And the larger political message, if you add Pimpri Chinchwad as well, it's also a very rich municipal body, by the way. And there also it is 77 for the BJP out of 128. Again, for the Sharad Pawar faction, it is 1. It stands at 1. Now, these are the strongholds of the Pawar family. And you take Pune, you take Pimpri Chinchwad put together, there is a larger political message. We are talking about whether the Pawars will come together after this, because this was an experiment. They'll take it forward after this. But what happens when they come together? Because this is what the result is, right?
Although, to be fair, even in 2017, the Pune Municipal Corporation had been with the BJP. That's the caveat we must put there.
But the numbers are more this time.
Yeah, so they have gone up in the numbers. And Aniket Nigam, again, I don't mean to create trouble, but the numbers are telling a story that in the traditional areas of your allies, you are expanding your footprint. Yes, the BJP had the Pune Municipal Corporation last time around, but the number of wards that you have managed to win this time has gone up. The same, it will be interesting to see what that number is for Thane as well. If the number of wards in Thane, although the municipal corporation was with the Shiv Sena, but the number of wards, has the BJP increased its footprint, and how the Shiv Sena reacts to that. Aniket Nigam, quick thoughts.
Is well in Mahayuti, so you need not worry about it. Or as far as increasing our footprints is concerned, ताकत बढ़ाना, बलवान होना कोई गलत बात नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर हम लोगों के लिए लड़ रहे हैं तो ताकत बनाना और बढ़ाना जरूरी है. The point remains that we fought with one single agenda, which is that of progress and development, and the people of Maharashtra have really
Aniket Nigam, this was an election where you had Ajit Pawar and BJP both trading corruption barbs at each other. This is what was happening through the election, and that is going to now play out post the results.
No, I'll tell you. Devendra ji had addressed this issue where he said probably Ajit Dada must have come under pressure because of elections and all. He must have said something, but we never retorted back. BJP never retorted back. We only spoke about the progress that we have done in the areas where we are contesting, whether it is Pimpri Chinchwad or Pune, and people will see. See, जनता है, जनार्दन है, सब जानती है, सब पता है कौन किसके लिए कैसा काम कर रहा है. So people have given their, the results.
Okay, so दोस्ती कायम है अभी भी. मयूर पारिक
दोस्ती कायम है, हम साथ साथ हैं, कोई चिंता की बात नहीं.
चिंता हमें क्यों होगी? चिंता जो जिनको होनी चाहिए, we will wait to hear from them ना. भाई जिनके कॉस्ट पे आप ग्रो कर रहे हैं, आप बार बार कांग्रेस को कहते हैं परजीवी कि वो दे पिगी बैक ऑन अदर्स. आपके खुद के दोस्त कभी कभी सोचते हैं कि भाई हमारा तो अस्तित्व खत्म हो रहा है, बीजेपी बढ़ती चली जा रही है, पाव पसारती जा रही है.
आप उन्हें सोचने को मजबूर कर रहे हैं.
भाई पाए तो उतनी ही है ना.
केसरकर जी ने कहा कि हम साथ साथ लड़े हैं, हम साथ साथ हैं, कोई चिंता की बात नहीं.
अरे एक डोंगे में 10 रसमलाई थी, पहले 5-5 बढ़ती थी, अब बीजेपी 8 रसमलाई खा लेगी, तो बाकी दोनों को तो चिंता होनी चाहिए ना.
जो सर्व कर रहा है वो बीजेपी को ज्यादा दे रहा है, जो शिवसेना खुश है.
चलिए, सब लोग खुश है. मयूर पारिक also joins us now. Mayur Parikh, these trends, Mahayuti now comfortably in not just the leads but the results, they have gone past the halfway mark. Please give us your initial analysis. BMC, Mahayuti 118, MBA 77, others at 10, Congress decimated. Let's start with the BMC and analyze this. Congress, lesser seats than last time. MNS, lesser seats than last time. And Uddhav Thackeray, lesser seats than last time.
Okay, so there are two analytical points to this. First is, if we look at the larger picture, the message is very clear: never confuse your voter. Now look at the Balasaheb Thackeray, always speaking against Congress party, doing canvassing against Congress party. His son Uddhav Thackeray does a coalition with the Congress party, comes in the power, then again they break the coalition, going with the MNS. First, you force your voters, your cadre to sit with the Congress party. Prior to that, you force your cadre to fight on street with MNS. And elections after election, you change your stand. Now you tell your cadre, oh no, sorry, that was a mistake. Now Thackeray Bandhus are coming together. Till yesterday, you were fighting on the street against each other, commenting against each other. Now you have to fight the election together. They confused their voter.
Very important point, Mayur Parikh,
was
confusing coalitions that are being stitched, and that is the
think
reason
he
why
wants to make a
BJP
second
is
point also.
making more inroads. Yes, sir, go ahead. Finish your point, sir.
Yeah. Second point is all about Congress. Again, Congress party who always spoke about secularism joining hands with UBT. We never explored that angle. But did Congressy people actually liked that alliance? No. Now we can see that even in Mumbai, in the city like Mumbai, MIM is winning again. What does this prove? That the minority voters voted to Shiv Sena in Lok Sabha, but the moment they got to know that Congress party is changing their stand again and again, they moved back where they wanted to. Now even I can see the Nawab Malik's brother has also lost an election. In the Mankud area, the Muslim community is giving chance to BJP. What is this? So that precisely means never confuse your voter. Don't treat your voter as your bank balance, that now there is a joint bank account, now the vote tally will increase. This is the first point. The second, which alarming point here in the figure 115 Mahayuti, that is from we have got so far the trends of 205 and more 22 odds results are awaited, or the trends are awaited. BJP must be worried. BJP always wanted 100 mark to be crossed. This is why they can reduce their dependence on Eknath Shinde. The competition of the top post for the Maharashtra elections is, you know, in the last election we clearly saw that Eknath Shinde again wanted to become the chief minister, visiting Delhi again and again. BJP did coalition with Shiv Sena in BMC, but they never wanted to be below 100 mark, and here we can see that BJP by itself is so far as not crossed the 100 marks, and that is, I think, the worrisome figure for the Varsha Bungalow.
So finally, it's good to hear some reason for worry for BJP. Otherwise, Aniket Nigam is just sitting there and smiling and eating rasmalai.
But I'll tell you one place where they've actually crossed the 100 mark. This is in Nagpur, where out of 133, BJP has touched the 100 mark, 101. And in fact, the Nagpur BJP chief is speaking. Let's quickly listen in.
बड़ी रैली जब हम निकालेंगे तो माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को भी बिल्कुल बुलाएंगे ही। हमने 108 पिछले बार जीती थी, आज हम 107 पर पहुंच गए हैं। हमने कहा था हम 108 को क्रॉस करके 121 तक जाएंगे, 108 को हम क्रॉस कर रहे हैं और हम प्रयासरत है कि ये आंकड़ा आगे कितना बढ़ सके। एक ऐतिहासिक आंकड़ा नागपुर शहर को भारतीय जनता पार्टी का देखने को मिले, यह हमारी अपेक्षा।
एक संक्षिप्त में जवाब चाहूँगा। बड़े बड़े नाम हैं, गडकरी हैं, देवेंद्र जी फडणवीस हैं, बावनकुले हैं, और किसको आप देंगे कि जीत का सेहरा?
हमारे नेताओं के नेतृत्व में किए गए काम को ही हम जीत का सेहरा देना चाहेंगे। नेताओं का तो उसमें विशेष योगदान रहा है, लेकिन किए गए काम जो जनता की प्रत्येक समस्या को स्पर्श करते हुए हमने काम किए, उस काम के कारण हम यह श्रेय हमारे किए गए काम और विशेषतः नागपुर की जनता को यह हम श्रेय देना चाहेंगे कि अगर उन्होंने हमारे नेताओं को पद पर नहीं बैठाया रहता तो शायद ये काम हम नहीं कर पाते थे। इसलिए यह विजय नागपुर की जनता को समर्पित है।
Okay, so as Gauri was saying, 101 of Shagun from Nagpur. The big news coming in right now, the breaking news at this moment. Maharashtra minister's fresh comment as Mahayuti takes a lead. Let's listen in fact, to what the Maharashtra minister has said. We will just tell you what it is, that latest remark coming in from a minister in Maharashtra. But let's quickly go to Ujjwal. Let's quickly talk about what the importance of Nagpur is. Mayur Parikh, home ground, for Devendra Fadnavis. This should be like a real validation for him. 101, or at least the president of the Nagpur unit was saying 108 out of what?
133.
133. 108 out of 133.
Yes, Nagpur was like for this municipal elections. I think BJP was very worried about this municipal corporation election, because in recent time we saw that in Nagpur region the Congress party's presence was steadily increasing. I mean, like a few years back, there was an election of a graduate constituency where a Congress party candidate won the election. Even in the Vidhan Sabha, Congress shows a good result. Nitin Gadkari did won the election, but not with that convincing number. So the corporation results must be giving them a good reason to smile in the Nagpur.
Okay, here is what Nitesh Rane, the minister we were talking about, Nitesh Rane,
Rabble rouser, yes.
उनका थ्रूआउट यही रहा है कि भाई बुरखे वाली नहीं बनेगी, हिंदू बनेगा. फिर then he had said कि जो I love महादेव करेगा वही मेयर बनेगा. So जो
adding to the mix of the whole sharp commentary.
His constituency and his target audience is absolutely clear. Nitesh Rane made no bones. What is the target audience that he had in mind? Now he has tweeted, जो हिंदू हित की बात करेगा वही महाराष्ट्र पर राज करेगा.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that, Krishna Hegde? जो हिंदू हित की बात करेगा वही महाराष्ट्र पर राज करेगा. You are a party that, by the way, has fielded 10 Muslim candidates as well.
Padmaja, all sections of, and every community has voted for us. That's why the Mahayuti has won 4 elections in a row. But however, having said this, if a Owaisi comes to Mumbai or a Pathan or a Azmi comes to Mumbai and says कि देश का वजीर आजम बुरखे वाली बनेगा और मुंबई का महापौर बुरखे वाली बनेगी, तो then यार I would say that ओवैसी को बोलो कि हैदराबाद म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन में तो हमारे मुसलमान बहन को पहले महापौर बनाओ, वहां पर वो बनाएंगे नहीं और यहाँ पर प्रचार करेंगे, तो हमारे तरफ से नितेश राणे जी हो या कृष्णा हेगड़े यही उनको जवाब देंगे कि जो हिंदू हित में बात करेगा वो महाराष्ट्र पे राज करेगा. इट इज अ फैक्ट. दिस इज आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ हिंदू सम्राट सन्मान्य बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी एंड वी आर फॉलोइंग दिस आइडियोलॉजी.
क्योंकि कई लोग तो बीजेपी के कहते हैं. मोस्ट रिसेंटली आई रिमेंबर, आई थिंक इट वाज अ एमएलए इन उत्तर प्रदेश, उन्होंने कहा कि भाई ना हम मुसलमानों से मिलते हैं, ना हमें मुसलमानों के वोट चाहिए, और बीजेपी ने तो बीएमसी में किसी मुसलमान को अपना कैंडिडेट भी नहीं बनाया. उन्होंने कहा हमें चाहिए ही नहीं.
देखिए, हमारे मुसलमान भाई और बहन भी ये जानते हैं कि उनको भी विकास और प्रगति चाहिए. अगर प्रधानमंत्री जी का 180-200 स्कीम चल रहा है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से और महाराष्ट्र में हमारे अनगिनत स्कीम चल रहे हैं, तो ये हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सभी के लिए है, सभी को फायदा पहुंचाता है, वो हमारे मुसलमान बहनों को भी फायदा पहुंचाता है. और इस तरह से व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू से दैट वी टेक एवरीवन टुगेदर एंड देयरफॉर वी हैव नो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन.
And you know what? At the power play, the Maharashtra power play that we had, and Devendra Fadnavis was speaking to you only, Padmaja, when he said that BMC का mayor Hindu होगा, Marathi होगा. So this Hindu politics is now, and the
महायुति से होगा. ये नहीं बोला बीजेपी से होगा. लास्ट मिनट तक ये तो बोला कम से कम कि महायुति से होगा, हिंदू होगा और महायुति से होगा और मराठी होगा. Jayant Menkar has been very patiently watching and listening. There are celebrations. That's the great thing. There are celebrations everywhere. There is celebration at Shiv Sena Bhavan also. Uddhav Thackeray's party is also celebrating. BJP is also celebrating. MNS is also celebrating. These are images that you are getting from across the state. You have 29 municipal corporations. Devendra Fadnavis had said that 26 out of 29 the Mahayuti will get, but Jayant Menkar, the results and the trends show 27 out of 29. There is a clear wave for the Mahayuti. 27 out of 29.
Let us accept this that BJP has swept it and Congress and Shiv Sena as well as even NCP has failed to put a combined front in front of BJP, and even in a way BJP has damaged both the parties, taking away Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde. That has damaged these two parties drastically. because that was the core strength, Ajit Pawar and obviously Eknath Shinde, and BJP's Hindutva. So let us accept that continuously, though failing to get Lok Sabha seats, otherwise in Vidhan Sabha as well as in corporation and Nagar Panchayat everywhere, BJP has proved its mantle. Hindutva wave is still continuing. Modi wave is still continuing. Whether it is acceptable or not is something different. But at the same time, the indelible ink as well as 450 crore being given as freebies to the women, all these issues must be considered.
No, please consider them. Please go to court immediately. You know, every single person who says that Bihar result was vitiated, Maharashtra result was vitiated, please, sir, immediately go to court and file a petition against this indelible ink and whatever has happened. Rahul Gandhi already said in the morning that vote chori has happened. But just to put things in perspective also with Mayur Parikh over here, you know, when we are saying that 27 out of 29 are seeing a Mahayuti Leher right now, Mayur Parikh, if you look at 2017, there were 27 municipal corporations at that time, and Mahayuti together, Shiv Sena had 5. If we were to roughly say, because obviously the equations are reject since then, but even if we were to put all of Shiv Sena and BJP together, BJP had 15 municipal corporations, Shiv Sena had 5 municipal corporations. So there were 20 out of 27. This time around, there are 27 out of 29. What are the fortresses that have been breached this time around?
Look, there is a confusion in the mind of opposition. Where to go, how to go, with whom to do coalition, what should be our election agenda, who should be our candidate. Even we can see, I mean, like, we can clearly throughout the election can see that there were been coalition at a different level with the different parties, which was never been converted into votes. People were confused. There was lack of focus. It was a very clear, I mean, like, two Sharad Pawars are coming together to fight against BJP. This was something like a very peak, but still they couldn't defeat BJP. Why? Because BJP has got 24/7 election machinery. Even when there is no an election, like a while ago, when you were mentioning about the tweet of Nitesh Rane, I am following Nitesh Rane very closely.
Okay.
You know what? Nitesh Rane is continuously on the tour of Maharashtra. Even in one village, there is an incident of some stone pelting on some temple or some Hindu festival or whatsoever it is. Let the event even that incident be so small, affecting only 100 or 150 people. Nitesh Rane rushed there within 24 hours, speak with the local media, get the coverage in local paper, which never a regional media or a national media will ever cover. But this creates an impression in the mind of the people that there is someone who is caring for us.
I think that's the most important part, and I think BMC also essentially exemplifies just that, you know, the machinery and you know, the muscle that Mumbai brings to the table, and I think losing that is going to be a huge
and the ideology, Gauri, you know,
and the ideology,
you know,
of course.
It's a fact that people say this is a municipal corporation election, so it should only be about, you know, bijli, pani, sadak, etc. But I think the larger narrative, what
is set for years.
Yeah, what Mayur Parikh was saying, that essentially the message put out by BJP was, boss, we are clear about our ideology. We are about Hindutva and we are about Vikas.
Yes.
And that, the face of that Hindutva plus Vikas was Devendra Fadnavis. He's a young man, started his career as corporator
from Nagpur.
Started with a Sangh background, or as he said in our power play, मैं background का नहीं हूँ, मैं संघ का हूँ, मैं आज भी संघ का हूँ. And they make no bones about their ideology, and at least whoever was voting said, this is what I am voting for.
And I'll tell you,
he's talking about Hindutva,
yes,
and he will give me the postal road.
Now look at the other side. You know, there's one very interesting seat, which is Baikula. Baikula is a Muslim majority area in South Bombay. And now you have the Uddhav Sena candidate leading there. competing with the Congress. So what we are talking about, clear messaging to the voter on one side, confusing the cadre and the voter on the other side with conflicting narratives is what is coming out. In a seat like Baikula, which is a Muslim majority neighborhood, you have the Uddhav Sena candidate leading, and second up is the Congress candidate. And this is pretty much the story of this election.
And the effort was to try and project, and I think that message has largely gone through also, कि अब UBT भी Muslim party हो गई है. And when you have the Mahayuti going with that message कि बाला साहेब की party अब Muslim party हो गई है, Jayant Mankar. Something that was stuck earlier with the Congress. Jayant Mankar, please go on, sir.
Yeah, I have to answer one question, one point raised by Mayur Parikh, and can you repeat your question, please?
Yes, go on, sir.
Yeah, my friend has stated rightly that the strange bedfellows, strange coalition, and who is with whom for 30 years. Balasaheb Thackeray opposed Congress. Yes, but in lieu of that, Uddhav Thackeray fulfilled his only ambition, that is to become chief minister. But after that, I mean, he was a chief minister for 2.5 years. But after that, what happened? And right now, he has lost his citadel. The same thing what you are saying about Pawars. There are exactly Pawars. In Pune, they are together. In Mumbai, one Pawar is separate, another Pawar is with Shiva Sena. So these strange bedfellows are happening in coalition politics as far as these local bodies are concerned. And yes, it has affected. On the other hand, though that is not proper, but on the issue of Hindutva, BJP people feel at least standing on one footing, that is Hindutva, and they are together. That is what, of course, there are issues.
Ideological clarity helps. I mean, in this day and age, sure, you may have your little permutations and combinations at the local level of the kind that we saw in Ambarnath and Akot. But at the end of the day, if somebody is going to ask the BJP, what do you promise us? They will not shy away from saying Hindutva.
And Uddhav Thackeray was the one who comes from the legacy of Hindu Hriday Samrat, Bal Thackeray. And that is the dilution which the voters have now responded to, Padmaja.
Absolutely. And if today somebody is going to ask the question, who is the Hriday Samrat of the Marathi voter and of the Hindu voter, I think the answer is in those numbers which is on your screen right now. But with the caveat, like Mayur Parikh pointed out, the fact that the BJP on its own has not gone beyond the 100 mark. Yes. What is the message over there? We will talk about that at length as well. We will continue with this special broadcast. Don't go anywhere. The big messages that are coming out now. The numbers are out, but the messages and what it shows for the future, that's going to be dissected right here on NDTV.